what I have them do, I ask when they come in for a session, for instance, I will ask each one, and they're usually either private sessions or I had as many as 44 people in one session in Sedona. And I would have them, each one, pick whatever one of these they would like best. Now, many people would pick, this would be the heart chakra, for instance. This would be the throat chakra. This would be the polarity chakra, solar plexus. Now, we worked with all the chakras, and when they find their sound they like the most, we then set their particular ratio to and frequency to that particular sound. Now, this, for instance, is a 320. That's the solar plexus. Many people are working with the solar plexus. Okay, I'm going to set it at 320. And here is how it sounds. Now just sort of feel as though you're working with this. And these are all the harmonics. I ask them actually to find a chord they like. When they do that, I ask them to say a word. Most of the words that they say involve love, harmony, peace, very, very positive words. And this is how you actually can, from the mathematics of ratios and frequencies, you can actually have this emotional effect, which is really a database that you can then make more correspondence within different areas, different disciplines. For instance, the planets have their different ratios. Nutritive elements in the that we need for food have their particular ratios. I can show you what the nutritive elements that might be able to be used as a supplement to food. I would take the fourth quadrant here and all of these particular frequencies, you would simply start with this. This would be let's see. This is selenium, and this would be the harmonics. And this would be what you would be feeding yourself. This selenium. This was the next one is well, no, this one is actually potassium, gold, and platinum. And then we have boron. Everyone knows that we need chromium. This would be over here. G. And chromium, magnesium, and manganese are all in this particular note, which is actually a G. And that's the sort of thing that we can work with in very. We can work with the planets in the same way, with different ratios. And I have some cassettes that have been turned into CDs, which have these sounds. I believe that the planets, the ratios of the planets, are very much related to the chakra energies of our bodies. And I think that once we realize that we're at one with every part of the material universe, we really become very awakened to our roles and our missions. And we can work with the emotional body, which would be this quadrant. That's what I start with when I have I have them pick one of these sounds within this range, one of these ratios. And when they find the one they really like, we set that as their keynote, and then we go through this. They will find a chord in this emotional quadrant. And then when they find the chord, they say a word which expresses their emotions. And usually they're really looking into themselves. The next one I go to is the spiritual. You can see the ratios are higher. I ask them to find a chord in that. They can watch the shapes at the same time. And I ask them to see if they can remember why they incarnated, why they came to this planet at this time. And they'll say one word will express that. Now, sometimes people have a physical pain of some sort. And this, I have them find in this quadrant. And when you see the shapes are usually very, very dense. Now that's a less dense one. And then you get the word. And the word that comes out again is something that is very positive.